how is Savage feeling after that fight she had on the early going against former Cosmo Club member Rick Cataldo? And here's another Did You Know, folks. I'm going to be throwing out a lot of Did You Knows throughout the night. Brittney Savage is facing another former member of the Cosmo Club in Cindy Rogers. You know, they were, as recently as a few months ago, members of the Cosmo Club. Until Brittney Savage got rid of the Cosmo Club at the 4th anniversary show. And here comes the definition of technician and probably the most technically sound competitor of the J-Cup, Cindy Rogers. You know, she is well renowned here in WSU, former tag team champion, former WSU world champion. But right now, Cindy Rogers has the best opportunity to unseat a already very tired Brittney Savage. And again, this is a battle of former Cosmo Club members. And also the final first round contest, 10-minute time limit. But Rogers already has the advantage as this is Brittney Savage's second contest of the evening. To get into the J-Cup, she had to face Rick Cataldo, and she upended her former Cosmo Club member and former best friend. You know, Cindy Rogers making referee Kenny Edwards take off her ring jacket, but the definition of technician has a sound advantage in this first round match. Savage might not be showing much of it, but she has to be worn out after that basically borderline cat fight as we saw in the first round between Cataldo and Savage. Collar and elbow time to start off this final first round match of the J-Cup. Nice amateur takedown by the definition of technician, Cindy Rogers. And now locks on a modified version of a surfboard, crossing the legs over and locking on a chin lock. Oh, nice crucifix counter. Savage counter with a crucifix cover, only got 2. Then that surprised Cindy Rogers. Rogers going to a front face lock. And now counters an arm ring. You know, I said on the outset of this contest, my opinion, and yes, this is only my opinion, I don't know what others think, Cindy Rogers might be the most technically sound woman in the J-Cup tournament this year. And definitely one of the most well accomplished. You know, I don't know how much pain Rogers is feeling. You know, she was one of these 6 participants in an uncensored tag team war at the 4th anniversary show. Beautiful counter. But she looks like she's showing no ill effects of that match. And I think Rogers, the definition of technician, has to be a little surprised here that Savage has countered a lot of her maneuvers, a lot of her ground maneuvers with roll-up combinations for covers. Again, both women circling around the ring here. Collar and elbow tie up, and quickly Rogers takes her down and has an ankle pick and then drops a leg right across the left knee of Savage. You know, Brittney Savage, no slouch herself, former Spirit champion, former tag team champion here in WSU, and counters with a couple kicks to the melee of Cindy Rogers. But Rogers not letting that phase her. Going for an arm wringer. Savage just breaks the eyes. Savage does not care. She'll get it done any way she can if she wants to win this J-Cup tonight. And taking her pillar to post here. Around the world it is, 4 turnbuckle slams. Cindy Rogers fell from Brittney Savage. Now Savage choking the life out of Rogers. Referee Kenny Edwards has to get in there. He did so. We broke it up before the count of 5. Savage would have been disqualified if she did not break it before the 5 count. Nice diving clothesline from Brittney Savage. And the former leader of the Cosmo Club definitely looks reborn. Only gets a 2. Only gets a 1. I apologize, folks. You know, Savage does look reborn. She is on her own. This is like the second coming of Brittney Savage. You know, the new era of Brittney Savage, if you will. Little back and forth banter between referee Kenny Edwards and Brittney Savage. But Savage not letting that phase her. Savage goes into the buckle hard. She charged in. Rogers with the roll up. And the definition of the technician only gets 2. Oh, and Rogers took too much time getting to her feet out of that roll up. And now Savage going right back to work, now placing that placing a size 8 shoe, or size 8 boot, right into the larynx region of Cindy Rogers. And now takes her over with a snap mare and locks on a rear chin lock. And for Cindy Rogers, this has to be very, very tough for her to break this hold. This exudes a lot of energy just to even get up onto her feet, to even regain the bearing or the willingness of the nature of the hold. And to furthermore break it, and now she's face raking the face. Obviously, say that 5 times fast. Rogers is annoyed at the face rake, and then countered with a roll-up pin, but only got 2. Again, this is the final matchup of the first round of the J Cup tournament. 10-minute time limit for the first 2 rounds, and the finals is a 20-minute time limit. Now, Rogers countered the hold, and now is using the body scissors Savage had wrapped around Rogers against Brittney Savage, and now has I guess you could say a modified surfboard variation. Again, you know, Rogers loving to utilize the more modified surfboard variations. I don't know, folks. I'm just calling the moves as I see them. Savage now trying to get to the ropes. But now Brittney Savage reverses the body scissors, and now going right back to the rear chin lock. You know, there's one thing I've noticed, save the last contest with Stephanie and Jennifer Cruz. It's been a lot of technical, a lot of slowing down the contest between all the women in the first round. They don't want to exude a lot, because if they do, their body will be feeling a lot of the pain, and they will be dealing with a lot of the punishment. Rogers counters with a series of back elbows. Irish whip from Rogers. And a clothesline takedown. Savage goes and hits the canvas hard. And now Rogers, the definition of technician, is firing up here. The proverbial house of fire. Back elbow. And you know, I know Cindy Rogers was trained by Amy Lee and is good friends with Amy Lee, so she's learning a little bit of that brawling nature, infusing that with her technical style. Gets a 2 count with the vertical suplex to Cindy Rogers. And the winner of this contest will go on to the next round and face Jana. And meanwhile, the other bracket, Sassy Stephanie will be going one-on-one with Jamelia Kraft in the second round. Both women trading strikes, but Savage gets the upper hand off that strike battle. Nicely placed boot to the midsection. 5 minutes left. Running Yakuza right to the melon. And beautiful neck breaker from Savage. And Rogers kicks out at 2 off that beautiful combination. 2 kicks and then a neck breaker. Referee Kenny Edwards has to get in there. Brittney Savage choking the life out of Cindy Rogers. Savage now just throwing vicious haymakers right to the cranium of Rogers. Referee Kenny Edwards only counts 2. I don't think he saw anything illegal in those strikes. I believe her hand was open on most of them, if not all. Side Russian leg sweep from Cindy Rogers. Oh, beautiful ground abdominal stretch. Nicely applied by the definition of technician. That's why she is the best technical wrestler in WSU, some would say. But can Brittney Savage tap out from the submission hold? And it's right in the center. I don't think Savage can go anywhere. Wait a minute. Savage countered that ground abdominal stretch with a roll-up. Only got 2 on the roll-up. And now Rogers has her right back where she wants her. Scoop slam. And it drops the leg right across the throat. Savage kicked out at 2. Wait a minute. Out of nowhere, that's the coup de grace, that's that ace crusher. And that's it. Savage looked like she was on the lower end of that battle. Rogers really taking it to her with her technical style, but literally out of nowhere, ace crusher from Brittney Savage. And Brittney Savage, in her second match of the evening, goes on to the semifinals of the J Cup. Your winner, Brittney Savage, and she definitely looks reborn without the Cosmo Club by her side.